Okay, welcome back. Or if you're here for the first time, welcome. As you can see, there is some of my Star Wars vintage collection action figures. Those are actually some of the very first ones of that series that came out. And there's been some changes in my area because I got some stuff out of storage and it took up more space than I thought it would. So here's some of my action figures now that are up there instead of comics. Those are all signed, and I know they're legitimate because I got them signed. All right, you see Star Wars figures up there. I had to clear out a little space for comics because I wanted to put up my most recent stuff. But you can see more of my vintage collection action figures. And this part looks pretty much the same. All right. But today we're going to take a look at my comic haul for the last several weeks, which I haven't been posting. I know, that was terrible editing, but I had to move the chair, and I'm sure you didn't want to listen to me moving a chair. So, this is what I've gotten recently. I got Scorched, which, as you know, I collect because she's a redhead. All right. This new series, Red Sonja Noir. I mean, look at that cover. That's awesome art. I'm not talking about the contents. I'm talking about the ability. It's just awesome. She Spawn, cover B, because there was no cover A left when I went there. I thought I'd put this on my pull list, but I guess I hadn't. So, you know what? That'll segue beautifully into a question I want to ask you guys. What do you think of this? I went to my local comic book shop, and I purchased something that was rather on the expensive side for me, and it was that Phoenix Omnibus over there. All right, that's $150 book. All right, I can't just drop that kind of money on a single book whenever I feel like it. I actually make tips at my job, and I save those, not a lot, a couple of bucks here and there throughout the week. But I saved up all my tips so I could buy that book. All right, so I went into my comic book shop, and I put it on the counter, more Red Sonja, and I said, is the price of this set in stone? Because I had no idea what his haggling policies were or anything. I think most comic book shops actually will haggle on the price, especially of back issues that have gone up in value. But he was having none of it. And okay, that's how you want to run your business. Fine, I respect that. And coincidentally, on this visit, my punch card gave me the ability to have 20% off. So I used it on the book. And no, it's not for a single item. It's for your entire purchase one time. Uh-oh, these comics are stuck together. Oh, there it goes. Absolute Wonder Woman, the A cover. All right, here's more Wonder Woman. All right, so after I talked to him about that and buying the book, I tell him I have $122 to allocate to it. Oh, and I found this in his back issues. It's the only one he has, unfortunately, for the entire series. And I love Charmed, and this is Charmed number 6, if I remember. Yeah, Charmed number 6. And I want to get all of these because Alyssa Milano. That's why I watched Charm, but I actually enjoy the show, but it is corny as fuck. I will not deny that. Okay, so Anyway, time comes to pay for the book. And I open up my bag and I give him $25 in quarters, all in a Ziploc bag. And the rest is like tip money. So it's like 50, 60% ones. And he just bitched up a storm about that. He says, "Oh, what are you giving me? I'm just going to trust you. I don't want to count this." And then he said, and then I said, when I handed him the wad of, I think it was $92 in bills, I said, I make tips. And he goes, "Yeah, apparently so do I." Half jokingly, half not, if you follow my meaning. Absolute Wonder Woman. I love that. I almost said show. Yeah, I don't think we'll get an Absolute Wonder Woman show. That would be awesome, though. All right, so here's a Poison Ivy thing. I've lost my train of thought. I'm trying to get back to the story. I love this cover. This cover is just awesome. So to get back to the story, basically, I make my purchase. In addition to that, I spend about $40 to get my weekly shipment. Oh, this is a Jean variant cover for something called the N2099. The only reason I got it was because Jean was on the cover. All right, hang on, and I'll continue the story. Okay, I don't know what to show you now that I've done another marvelous edit where you didn't even notice that I had stopped the film. So I'm just going to keep panning my camera around while I tell you the rest of the story. So yeah, I dropped like $160 in this dude's store, and he's got an attitude about it. And that was by far the most I had ever spent in one visit to his store. I want to know what you guys think. Should I find another comic store? I actually have several in my town. I'm very lucky in that regard. Or was it not that serious, and should I find something else? I mean, was it not that serious, and should I stay? Please let me know down below. You know how this works. Please subscribe and like if you liked. And that'll help me out a great deal to get more of my videos to you. All right, thank you. Bye.